run for fall. Why political science experts say we should all be paying attention to the Milwaukee mayoral race today.
Also, new developments in Madison's downtown homicide, who police now have in custody.
We have a lot of cloud cover in our sky this morning. We're talking about a warm-up and rain chances on the way.
Good Tuesday morning, everybody. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. Thanks for joining us. I'm Leah Lynchide.
And I'm Chris Stanford. Right to election 2022 in Milwaukee today, as one of the big races we'll be watching is the one for Milwaukee mayor.
One we should all be paying attention to. The race is to replace Tom Barrett. It's the first high-profile election of the 2022 cycle. Acting Mayor Cavalier Johnson is backed by Democrats. He's facing off against former Alder Bob Donovan, who is backed by conservatives. Now, Democrats and Republicans are both using this as a dry run for Wisconsin's fall elections for governor and U.S. Senate statewide. Political scientist Mordecai Lee says a high turnout among the city's Democrats could shape the electoral map for the fall.
I wouldn't be surprised if the trends that start developing are that Milwaukee sort of surges back to being comparable to Dane County in terms of how many Democratic votes come out of this geography.
Dane County has recently been named the bluest area of the state, though it does have fewer votes. But high turnout among black voters could change that. Now, this mayoral race out of Milwaukee, it's one of about 150 races we'll be covering today, from school boards to referenda and other mayoral challenges. We'll have coverage all day over on channel3000.com and here on News 3 Now. Then, as results come in after the polls close at 8, we'll be bringing you the latest over on our news app and tonight on News 3 Now at 10.
Breaking news from overnight, a 34-year-old man in custody this morning after threatening employees at an East Side Goodyear with a machete. It happened on East Wash near Stoughton Road yesterday afternoon. Madison officers say Madhu Ba walked in the store and threatened the workers with that machete. Employees were able to escape to the garage where they called police. When officers got there, Madhu was resisting arrest. That led to 2 injuries, both Madison police officers. Ba now faces 14 charges, including disorderly conduct and resisting arrest. New information now from Dane County authorities confirming the identity of the victim of last week's deadly downtown shooting. According to the Dane County Medical Examiner, 32-year-old Dwayne Collins Jr. of Fitchburg died from an undisclosed number of gunshot wounds. Collins Jr.'s mother identified him Friday night at a vigil held in downtown Madison. Shortly after the incident, Madison police officers took the 2 men, 20-year-old Damani Cummins and 25-year-old Eamon Galtney, into custody. During a news conference last week, Police Chief Sean Barnes described the shooting as premeditated and pre-planned. Around
the state, a Waukesha County judge denying a motion to delay the trial of the Waukesha Christmas parade suspect. Darrell Brooks Jr. facing more than 80 charges in connection with the incident. His attorneys filed a motion last week seeking to push the proceedings back until at least March of 2023, a full year away, but it was denied. A mother of one of the 6 victims spoke in court.
The 6 killed did not have a choice of how much time they had left on this earth. The more than 60 injured did not have a choice of how much time they had to enjoy the quality of life they may never regain.
Last week, attorneys from both sides worked to prepare a questionnaire for potential jurors, whether they've formed any biases from media coverage of the case. Those should be finished and filled out by mid-May.
Let's check in with Chris Reese and your certified most accurate forecast. Hey there, Chris.
We're waking up to the cloud cover yet again this morning. This is ahead of the next system that's going to be moving our way. Temperatures, though, they'll gradually begin to warm up. 39 now. We've been at 39 pretty much all morning long. Wind chills are down into the lower 30s. Some spots, though, are in the 40s. Just a few of them. That's going to be Milwaukee at 40. Boscobel joins Milwaukee at 40. Our winner today with the warmest temperature. Janesville, you guys are at 41 right now. Elsewhere, we are seeing those temperatures into the 30s, and we'll gradually warm them up into the 40s later on this morning. In fact, we should top out at 52 as we go into the afternoon. You look at Doppler track, though. Here's our next system. It's over parts of central Minnesota right now, approaching the Twin Cities, and that's gradually going to approach Wisconsin as we go through the rest of today as well. It's not until later tonight that we'll really start to see that rainfall increase for us. So enjoy the drier day as you're out. And if there's anything you need to do that's outdoors and you can't do it if it's raining, take advantage of it, get it done earlier today. We could see sprinkles as early, really, as the evening commute. That's lunchtime. Here we are now at 5 o'clock. We're into the 50s, and you see the isolated sprinkle chance showing up before the main rain activity moves in later on tonight, say 9 or 10 o'clock. There'll be some thunder embedded with this, by the way. So if you like to sleep to some rain and thunder, the pitter-patter on your roof, tonight will be a good night for that. Tomorrow morning, we start to dry things out. This is now 4:30 in the morning. Some drier air moves in briefly. That should take us through the morning rush hour, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see at least a little bit of sunshine early on. But by the time we get you towards tomorrow afternoon and evening, here comes the cloud cover. Scattered showers begin to take hold. Those scattered showers will turn to snow showers. By Thursday morning, temperatures will be in the 30s. By Thursday afternoon, warm things up into the 40s. That goes back over to some rain. Then by Thursday night into Friday, we'll actually cool things right back off. That'll be snow showers again by the time we move towards Friday morning. Everyone wants to be done with the snow. We're almost there. We're almost there. We are just not there yet, but there's light at the end of the tunnel. 66 is my forecast high on Monday, but we are back to Seattle next week with clouds and rain Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and potentially even Friday.
We've been stuck in this pattern now for what seems like a month, Chris. We get
It has been a very wet month.
5 days of wet, gloomy weather, a day or two of sunshine, and back to the gloom and the rain and the snow.
You know, on the bright side, our sunshine has either been on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday every time.
Very
so that is some good news with this pattern that we've been in. Our weekends have been somewhat held sacred by weather. Although this Saturday it snowed, though. This Saturday and Sunday. But, you know, Friday was a sunny day. It was a good day. So we've had them on good times.
Some consistency.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying would be nice.
To getting us out of that drought, though.
That's true. Silver lining. Thanks, Chris. 6:06, the Judiciary Committee deadlocked along party lines this morning on the Supreme Court nomination of Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson. It's forcing an additional procedural vote on the Senate floor. Democrats say they want to hold a full vote in the Senate on Judge Jackson's nomination by the end of this week. She's expected to be confirmed with the full backing of Democrats and at least 3 Republicans so far. Maine's Susan Collins, Utah's Mitt Romney, and Alaska's Lisa Murkowski.
In Rock County, history is being made thanks to a recent appointment by Governor Evers.
I've spent 7 years at the courthouse that you can see out my window. And, you know, kind of throughout the building, there's pictures all over the place of former judges. And it's just, you know, kind of white man after white man after white man.
Ashley Morse is the first person of color to become a judge in Rock County. She's worked as an attorney for 12 years in 7 counties. Morse says places like Wisconsin often lack diversity outside of Milwaukee or Madison. Governor Evers appointed Morse back on March 25th. She's expected to fill the judge spot starting today. Congrats to her.
Congratulations indeed.
6:07 now. The first Tuesday of every April marks a National Day of Action for advocates working to prevent sexual violence.
McKenna Alexander is here to share how the day is being recognized in Dane County. Good morning, McKenna.
Good morning, you do. April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month, and this day of action is a way to kick off the next few weeks of education, support, and prevention. One of our local organizations that's recognizing today is Hope House, which is a nonprofit that provides help to survivors of domestic and sexual violence. For the next 2 weeks, you can find an exhibit there called What Were You Wearing? It's a display featuring clothes worn by survivors when they were attacked, and is meant to push against the stigma that revealing outfits suggest consent. Hope House is also hosting a webinar series this morning from 10 to 11:30, focusing on how to use mindfulness as a tool for survivors and allies. Across social media today, you may also see selfies of people wearing teal, which is the official color of sexual violence prevention. You can join in by posting with the hashtag SAAM2022. Now, while the Day of Action is marked by events all across the country, Hope House officials say every day is a time to prevent sexual violence.
It's the opportunity to talk about prevention and to recognize that sexual assault is a preventative trauma, that there is no need to have sexual violence as a regular thing that's happening in our communities, that it really is all about consent, and we all have the ability to get consent.
Now, while the Day of Action marks a time to look ahead, it can also be a difficult time for survivors. There are multiple local, state, and national resources and highlights to help just at our website at channel3000.com.
All right, McKenna Alexander, important story. Thank you very much. Coming up, men's college basketball national champion. We'll have the new overnight video of the mayhem in Lawrence, Kansas.
And we're in the 608 catching up with Forward Madison at Breese-Stevens Field. We're going to touch base here with head coach Matt Glazer as he kicks it to me after the break. Stick around. Woo!
Dylan, how's the cash situation with all the price increases?
Honestly, not that great.
Well, Slumberland can help. It's our biggest finance sales event of the year. Get this sectional for just $20 a month when you spend $1,200 and pay no interest for 5 years.
Refresh your space now and save up to $1,000 Plus, get special financing up to 36 months. We think you'll love our durable, easy care floors that look beautiful too. On sale now at H&R Carpets and Flooring in Wanakee.
Did your or your neighbor's roof take a beating this season?
I'll call Feldco.
Right now, get 30% off a new roof from Feldco. Plus, no interest until 2023.
30% off Feldco roofing ends soon. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Inflation has surged to a 40-year high. Democrats declared war on fossil fuels, so gasoline prices are at record levels. President Obama's chief economist says inflation is costing your family $4,000 a year. Why? Because Democrats are printing trillions of dollars to pay for their massive deficit spending. Inflation is the Democrats' tax on the middle class. I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message because I'm concerned about rising prices just like you.
It's the most wonderful time.
Get fast relief of your worst allergy symptoms, including nasal congestion, with powerful Claritin D, so you can breathe better, feel the clarity, and make today the most wonderful time of the year. Claritin D.
If your credit card debt is out of control, if you're in over your head in monthly payments, there's a secret the credit card companies don't want you to know. If you have more than $10,000 in credit card debt, you have the right to let us settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. That's bad news for the credit card companies, but it's great news for you. We're Credit Associates, and we're offering you free information on how to completely resolve your credit card debt with a monthly payment you can afford. To see how much you could save, call now. 1-800-914-6947. Don't declare bankruptcy. Don't consolidate. Give us 10 minutes and we could save you thousands. After all, we depend on your success and offer a guarantee so there's no risk to call. Credit Associates. Live better, debt-free. We'll even show you how to use your stimulus money to jumpstart our services and get you debt-free faster than you ever thought possible. Call Credit Associates now to see how much you could save for free. Call 1-800-914-6947.
Oh, my back.
Hey, Dylan, need a mattress? Well, luckily, Slumberland has a big Sealy sale. Look what you can get for $20 a month. A Sealy Posturepedic mattress and a power base. And you'll pay no interest for 5 years at Slumberland Furniture.
You're watching Madison's fastest growing newscast. News 3 Now this morning.
New video overnight from Kansas. 70,000 fans celebrating the Jayhawks men's basketball national championship. Lawrence police say there were no serious injuries and did arrest 3 people. Blue Blood championship game between Kansas and UNC was really a great game. It came down to the end. After a hot start, the Jayhawks found themselves down by 15 at half. Quick comeback turned into a back and forth for the rest of the game. Mistakes were pretty costly for UNC in the last minute or so, giving the Kansas Jayhawks the victory, 72-69. This is the Jayhawks' first national championship since 2008, and Coach Bill Self's second title.
Forward Madison FC, meanwhile, back in the 608 this morning. We've got everything you need to know about the 2022 season.
Josh Spreiter is live at Breese-Stevens Field this morning with a preview. Hey there, Josh.
Hey guys, good morning. I think I'm all warmed up out here at Breese-Stevens this morning. We're having a lot of fun, of course, because Forward Madison is back in the 608 this week, and we're lucky enough to have the new head coach up with us this morning, Matt Glazer, new to Madison. First off, welcome to Wisconsin. We're happy to have you here.
Thanks. Excited to be here. Excited to get in front of the home fans here at Breese-Stevens and hopefully have a great season.
You know, this is a big week. The season is underway. We've got the home opener coming up. You know, what is some of that excitement that you guys are feeling right now?
Yeah, everyone's excited. Myself, the staff, the players. We're all excited to get back in front of the home fan base and show what we can do. 2 big games this week, so I think it's there for us to take, and hopefully we come out and get a couple of positive results.
So we mentioned new head coach. You know, what are you most excited about being here at Madison?
Yeah, super excited to get to know the community and the fan base. Everything that I've heard about it is fantastic. The fans here are supposedly rabid, and we're so excited to get in front of that energy, that positive energy here this week.
You know, I've actually never been to a match, so for those like me that have never been out here, you know, what would be your, plea to get them to come check out Forward Madison this year?
Yeah, I think you're going to see a passionate, hungry team that puts the team first, that fights to the end. They fight for the community, they fight for the city, and for the badge. And so, I think we're going to come out and really give everything and work hard every week.
That community support seems like it's very crucial for what you guys do day in, day out, right?
Incredibly important. We do it for the fans. That's our lifeblood. That's what the guys get passionate about. So yeah, absolutely.
All right, so we're going to do a penalty kick here,
Penalty kick, man. All right, here you go. I'm going to put it on the spot.
Pressure's on.
On your go.
All right.
All right, well done.
We did it.
Nice one.
So, folks are interested in coming out for the home opener this week. What do they need to know?
They need to know that we're playing the reigning league champions, Union Omaha. So it's going to be a tough game, but it's going to be an exciting game. We're going to come out, we're going to work, we're going to be exciting, we're going to be aggressive, and we're going to try to play some really good football.
Very good. Well, good luck again. Welcome to Madison. We're happy to have you here, Coach. Thank you so much for waking up with us this morning.
Absolutely, no problem.
Guys, we've got all the information you need to know up on channel3000.com. And coming up in our next half hour, we're going to learn a little about what's new for 2022 here at Breese-Stevens Field, what fans can expect this season, guys.
Do they have a roster spot for you this year?
Can I just be the super fan on the sidelines? I think that's probably where I'm meant to be, guys.
Sounds better.
Josh Ryder, live at Breese-Stevens this morning. Thanks, Josh.
Remember to let Josh know it inspires you in the 608. You can reach out to him on social media or shoot him an email for a chance to be featured. Josh's skills are really in the kitchen. Eating.
He's a work in progress.
He is. Aren't we all? 6:16 now. The 49th annual Skills USA Wisconsin State Conference starts today. Around 2,000 middle and high school students, 200 teachers, 300 volunteers will be at the Alliant Energy Center and Madison College. They're competing in more than 80 events. All contests are conducted under the direction of industry experts, trade associations, and labor organizations. They're testing competencies that are set to trade industry standards.
So for the contest, I'm in the cabinet making competition, which they kind of give you a pile of wood and a set of plans, and you've got a certain amount of time to build the cabinet.
First place winners go on to compete in the National Skills USA Championships in Atlanta this June. You can go check out the competitions yourself. Admission is free with a $10 ticket to opening and closing ceremonies. A great opportunity to check out the trades that you might someday have a career in.
I wish I would have done more of this in school.
I agree.
They would have been so handy later in life. So good luck to everybody who's competing this weekend. 6:17 now. Chris Reese here with your first warn weather, your certified most accurate forecast.
Hey, we're talking about the Severe Weather Awareness Week that we're in right now. And I want to take a moment to focus on severe weather that we're having down south and talk about how as we go through time, we start to see our severe weather chances trend a little bit farther to the north. Right now, the greatest chance of severe weather in the country, and this is climatology, but it is across the deep south. That's where we have a tornado watch in parts of the deep south this morning, and your severe weather outlook features a level 3 out of 5, an enhanced risk across parts of Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, even into South Carolina. You zoom out. Yeah, you can see some marginally severe thunderstorms throughout parts of Missouri, but other than that, the rest of the nation quiet. We've seen several severe weather outbreaks over the past couple of weeks, and almost all of them have been in this part of the country in the red. This is where, in the month of April, your severe weather risk is greatest. And of course, you have a greater risk just to our south as well. We push things forward, and you start to move towards the month of May. It begins to creep north, and by June, this is when our greater risk of severe weather is best here in Wisconsin. And so you really always have to look at the month of June overall. In fact, these are your monthly tornado averages. So some months or some years, these months are going to be more or less. But on average, We expect about 8 tornadoes in the state of Wisconsin in June. That is our highest point compared to the rest of the year. But May, June, July, August, that is when you really have to be on guard for severe weather around here. That being said, no severe weather expected today. We're looking at traffic, though. Other than construction, everything else all smooth for us this morning. I'm not seeing any issues as of now across southern Wisconsin.
All right, Chris Reese tracking it all for us. Thank you, sir. 6:19 now. HBO is rolling out a new film about the life of professional skateboarder Tony Hawk. The documentary Tony Hawk Until the Wheels Fall Off features never-before-seen footage spanning the 53-year-old skateboarding pioneer's life. It starts when Hawk first fell in love with the sport. The doc debuts today on HBO and HBO Max.
All right, something new from Coca-Cola here. Coke says its new zero-sugar Bite soda tastes like pixels. The company says it was born in the metaverse and first appeared in the popular video game Fortnite. Here in the physical world, cans of the new product will go on sale May 2nd exclusively on Coke's website.
Okay, best guess of what this tastes like. What does the internet taste like?
Sugar.
Crunchy sugar? Like little, you know, shards of sugar?
Yeah, there might be something like little texture in there.
I think so, like pixels. It sounds kind of crunchy.
Yeah, I could see that. I don't know if I'd be into it.
Hard pass.
Yeah.
Hard pass.
The world's largest trivia contest is about to get underway up in Stevens Point. What makes this year special?
And ahead in our next half hour, it's Election Day. What you need to know before you head to the polls.
This portion of News 3 Now is brought to you by Shopko Optical.
Cobuson Buses, now hiring.
Working with Cobuson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. If you do need time off, they work around you. They definitely try to make it a company that's based for you.
Visit Cobuson.com to apply.
Right now, enhance your curb appeal with Menard's unbeatable selection of Atlas roofing products. Castlebrook, Briarwood, and Pinnacle shingles are in stock to take home today. 18 styles to choose from, all built with beauty, durability, and value in mind. All Atlas shingles have a limited lifetime warranty to protect your home for years to come. Save 11% on all Atlas shingles right now at Menard's.
Save big money at Menards.
Okay, Floor and Decor, show me what you've got. Now this tile says spa day all day, but this tile says classic gone glam. And this modern look, it's sleek yet chic. Okay, I've got it. Everything I need to pull this project together, and all at the perfect price.
At Floor & Decor, you can realize any aspirational project at an inspirational price. Because with an unmatched selection of high-quality products, all at everyday low prices, your bathroom upgrade has never been more you. Discover Floor & Decor today.
What can Sono Bello do for you? How about a new shape?
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
New confidence.
I can see a huge difference. Look at this.
New you.
I can wear a little black dress. I feel sexy.
With Sono Bello, you can remove stubborn body fat permanently in just one visit. Don't wait a moment longer to reveal the new you.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation with Sono Bello, America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist, and find out how you can get $250 off. Sono Bello uses Tri-Sculpt micro-laser liposuction to remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently for incredible transformations in just one visit.
I have one big regret. I didn't go sooner.
Call 1-888-622-8360 or go to sonobello.com.
When you open a jar of Better Than Bouillon, you open up dinner time to great flavor. Mix it into a stir fry. Better. Saute it into some veggies. Better. Or brush it onto a steak.
Way better.
With Better Than Bouillon, the possibilities are endless. Make your everything better with Better Than Bouillon.
Give every morning a fresh start with a Jimmy Dean Delights breakfast. They're chock full of protein and ingredients you want. From wraps to bowls to sandwiches. You'll never have the same old again.
We're delighted and hope you will try.
Cobuson Buses, now hiring.
My name is Mike Williams. I've been driving school bus off and on for 21 years. Here at our terminal, we're kind of like a family too. Somebody has an issue with a bus, other people kick in and help and get the job done.
Welcome back. We always ask you to share your morning with us. Take a peek at Linda's photo. This This is incredible. We got the snow for Reese. We got the deer for me. I'm sure Stanford likes something.
For Stanford.
I'm sure he likes something about this picture.
We have the sunshine in the background for Stanford. He's been really talking about the cloud cover lately. But yeah, I was going to say, this is still Ole Miss Leah had a farm. And we have the deer this morning.
I have enough in life. I'm good. I'm fine.
Aww. You know, if we got a picture with some llamas in it, I think Stanford would be pumped about that. Yeah.
I don't know.
Random.
I feel like Stanford is a man who tells his kids to save the drama for your llama.
There are some good llama books.
Okay, Linda, thanks for sending this in. If anybody has a picture out there you think Chris Stanford would like, the challenge is on. Send it on in. We'd love to see it.
Well, here's one Chris Stanford I know would like.
There you go.
I like this up in my old stomping grounds of Stevens Point. Some long lines forming at UWSP for everybody signing up for the world's largest trivia competition.
Something Chris Stanford has taken part in for 34 years. Jim Oliva has been the man behind the questions of this world's largest trivia contest. Many folks know him as the Oz. The competition involves hundreds of teams and runs for 54 straight hours. Jim announcing this will be his last year hosting the competition. The trivia starts at 6 on Friday if you'd like to take part. There's a parade to kick things off beforehand.
Yeah. Jim Oliva is like the biggest celebrity in Stevens Point.
Aside from Chris Stanford.
Right. Yeah. Man, it's just not going to be the same without him. But at some point, he's got to step down. And trivia is his legacy. And that will, hopefully, that'll be a tradition for many, many generations to come in Stevens Point. It's unlike any other tradition. I was trying to explain it to you guys this morning in the newsroom. It's incredible to see everybody get together and participate and try to stay up for 54 straight hours.
That's crazy.
That's the biggest challenge. Is you try to stay up all weekend to answer all the questions because they never stop.
So is Jim allowed to partake now? Because he would crush that.
Oh, man. Well, Jim, for the last, 30 some odd years, has been writing these questions all year long.
So impressive.
So you'll get a random question about, something from the Oscars or a sporting event, and just the craziest tiny little detail he'll pick up on and write a question about that. So congratulations, Jim, on just a wonderful thing that you've done for the community.
Well-deserved retirement. All right, Chris Reese with our bus stop forecast. People are finally back from spring break.
Yeah, only 10 seconds to give it to you, though. Look for more clouds warming up to 49 and low 50s this afternoon.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Hi, I'm Dr. Sheesh Ravel with the Ortho Team Clinic at Stoughton Health. We hope you can join us for our upcoming event on shoulder pain relief.
Habitat for Humanity of Dane County continues to help hardworking families attain homeownership. By providing financial coaching, homeowners can manage their mortgage and other finances while building stability for their family. Strengthen our community. Support Habitat Dane County.
Contact Culligan, your local water expert.
Your mission, stand up to moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis and take it on with Rinvoq. Rinvoq, a once-daily pill, can dramatically improve symptoms. Rinvoq helps tame pain, stiffness, swelling, and for some, Rinvoq can even significantly reduce RA fatigue. That's Rinvoq relief. With RA, your overactive immune system attacks your joints. Rinvoq regulates it to help stop the attack.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers, including lymphoma and skin cancer, death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occurred. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Talk to your rheumatologist about Rinvoq relief. Rinvoq, make it your mission. Learn how AbbVie could help you save on Rinvoq.
Even the
smallest surprise can make a big memory worthy of passing on. Kinder Joy, treat plus new spring toys. A little surprise goes a long way.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison 2022. Vote for your favorites online, including Two Men in a Truck, Best Moving Company, Movers Who Care. Vote Two Men in a Truck today at madisonmagazine.com.
Creating family memories is what Maple Leaf Landscaping is all about. We design and build outdoor spaces that bring people together. Landscaped spaces for any size family. Functional, beautiful, a place everyone will enjoy. And it all starts with a free visit at your home by one of our landscape experts. So call Maple Leaf Landscaping today and have us create an outdoor living space for your home.
I love being an orthopedic surgeon because I can help people improve their lives. My name is Ashish Raval. I'm an orthopedic surgeon. My specialty is sports medicine, focusing specifically on the care of the shoulder, hip, and knee.
Death investigation turned hazmat situation. What we know about the big police presence in Monona.
A chance for some thunderstorms over southern parts of Wisconsin tonight. I'm breaking down what to expect.
Also, remembering Dr. Musgrove. New reaction to the surgeon's unexpected death. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
Happy Tuesday. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Leah Lynchide. Today's biggest story, it is Election Day in Wisconsin. Historically, though, turnout pretty low, around 25%, since this election doesn't include a presidential primary.
Polls open right after our show at 7 a.m. Coming up here in 30 minutes. They'll stay open until 8 o'clock tonight. No statewide races today, so this is all about local elections. Local referenda, school board, mayoral races, and others considered to be nonpartisan.
One of the first things to find out if you're voting today, where you're voting.
Because of redistricting, a lot of polling places have changed. So we're really emphasizing for folks to double check where their polling place is before they head out to the polls tomorrow.
You can check where you're supposed to vote by going to myvote.wi.gov. There you can type in your address, find the polling place for your district, and see what's on the ballot for your area. And don't forget to bring identification when you go.
You're going to need a photo ID, like a Wisconsin driver's license. That's the most common, like 90% use that. You can use a passport. There's some other things you can use.
Let's break this down just a little bit more now. Other accepted forms of identification include a military-issued ID, an ID from a federally recognized tribe in Wisconsin, or a student ID from an accredited Wisconsin university or college. That must have a date it was issued on it, a student signature, and an expiration date that's after April 5th of 2020.
Now, both Madison and Dane County are not expecting bigger crowds than the expected 25% voter turnout, but if you're looking for the best time to cast your ballot, try to avoid the before and after work hour rush. Our final piece of advice here, if you have an absentee ballot, don't put it in the mail at this point. It has to be at the clerk's office by 8 p.m. You also can't use a ballot drop box in this election.
If you have an absentee ballot, you got to remember you cannot use the drop boxes. So what you can do, though, is if you've already filled it out, it's in the envelope, you can drop it off at the polling place so they can take it from you there.
News 3 Now, your home for election coverage and results. We'll be covering about 150 races today. School boards, referenda, mayoral challenges among those. Results will start coming in shortly after the polls close at 8 p.m. So be sure to keep an eye on our Channel 3000 News app and tune into News 3 Now at 10 for all your election results.
To our other top local headlines this morning, Madison police have arrested 6 teenagers after crashing a stolen car on the Beltline this weekend. Those teenagers range in age from 14 to 17. That car was reportedly stolen Saturday morning from the Shadow Ridge Trail area on the city's far west side. Several hours later, it crashed on the Beltline on-ramp by Gammon Road. 3 of those teenagers were taken to the Juvenile Reception Center. The others were released to an adult. We've also learned a second passenger involved in a crash last week on the Beltline has died. 1 car was involved last Thursday in Monona. Police say one of the passengers died at the scene. The second died this weekend in the hospital. They haven't been identified, and the cause of the crash is still under investigation.
All right, let's switch gears. Turn it over to Chris Reese with your certified most accurate forecast. Good morning, Chris.
All right, after 10 seconds last time, we got to give them a little bit more attention now. If you're headed out to the bus stop this morning, temperatures are into the upper 30s and low 40s. We do have more cloud cover, and that cloud cover will continue throughout the day. Lunchtime, I know in Madison especially, a lot of these schools have open lunches. The kids are walking out and about. You're going to have more clouds. Temperatures will be in the 40s. Even headed home will be into the 40s, but this is after we top out into the lower 50s for your highs overall. That being said, no real need for sunglasses today, but I do feel that most of us can get away without the umbrella, and then you probably won't really need that jacket or coat. We're going to see our temperatures warming up into the 50s later on this afternoon. That being said, when the showers do arrive later on tonight, you could hear a couple rumbles of thunder, especially for southern parts of Wisconsin. Think about I-94 and south. Tomorrow we'll see some thunder north and west. By Thursday, we're all clear of thunder chances, but we'll still see some precipitation. Dane and Rock County all dry this morning. This is truly the reality all across parts of southern Wisconsin. And when you're looking for precipitation, you got to look towards central Minnesota. Here's our rain chance that moves in a little bit later on. There you have it, 39 right now. We see that gray look. Temperatures are almost in the 30s for all of us, but we have 3 communities, Milwaukee, Janesville, and Boscobel, that are into the lower 40s this morning. Elsewhere, it's 30s. We push things forward. Here's 3 o'clock. We're at 50 at this point. We'll top out at 52. Here's that stray shower potential as we start to move into the early parts of the evening, but it's really late evening and tonight that the bulk of the rain moves through. This is when you're going to hear the thunder. This is when you're going to hear that pitter-patter on the roof. That's going to help you sleep as well. We'll start to clear out tomorrow morning, maybe some sunshine for the morning commute. Here comes that cloud cover and the rain showers tomorrow afternoon and for the evening commute. These are going to be chilly showers into the 40s. Temperatures will continue to drop. By Thursday morning, we start off with snow that goes over to rain. By Thursday afternoon, back to snow Thursday night, back over to rain by Friday afternoon. Beautiful this weekend, though, 60s early next week.
All right, Chris Reese, looking forward to those 60s.
I'm sure many of us are.
Thank you very much. 6:35 now. Happening today, survivors, allies, and advocates against sexual violence are coming together for a day of action.
Today marks a time for both education and prevention. Our McKenna Alexander is here to break down some of the statistics that we're seeing in Wisconsin. McKenna?
Thank you, guys. The Day of Action kicks off Sexual Assault Awareness Month by providing important context to the issue of sexual violence across the country. According to the Wisconsin Coalition Against Sexual Assault and national data as well, 1 in 3 women and 1 in 6 men are survivors of contact sexual violence. 57% of women and 42% of men report their first time experiencing sexual harassment took place before the age of 17. And as a whole, 81% of women and 43% of men have experienced sexual harassment or assault at some point in their life.
Sexual assault is any unwanted contact. So if you have not gotten definitive, certain consent, yes, I am in for this, I want this is what I want to do, then it could be a sexual assault. And whether that rises to, a statutory level or not, you're still harming someone. So just on a human level, we hope that people will learn about consent.
The Day of Action is being recognized in our area with multiple events. We have details as well as resources for survivors all on our website.
All right, McKenna Alexander with an important topic this morning. Thank you very much, McKenna. 6:36 now. We're hoping to learn more today about an evacuation, a death investigation, and hazmat situation out of Monona. Crews discovered a body inside an apartment complex on Owen Road in that city around 3 yesterday. Hazmat teams then evacuated the building after a potentially hazardous substance was found. Residents got the all clear to go back in about 4 hours later, around 7 last night. Police say they do not think the death is suspicious.
UW Health releasing a statement for the death of one of its surgeons. They say they are deeply saddened by the loss of Dr. Kelsey Musgrove, saying she was a great surgeon, an outstanding mentor, and an incredibly kind and supportive spirit. Dr. Musgrove was just 30 years old. She was found dead Sunday morning in Iron County near the Potato River Falls. Officials said an investigation into her death is ongoing, but no foul play is suspected. Musgrove was reportedly visiting the falls for a hiking trip.
Police arresting a suspected gunman in a shooting that killed 6 people over the weekend in Sacramento, California. He is 26-year-old DeAndre Martin. The shooting happened early Sunday morning in the downtown area. While a motive hasn't been identified, police are reviewing video of a fight that broke out right before the gunfire.
To the crisis in Ukraine now. Today, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky will tell the United Nations Security Council about what he saw in the town of Bucha. Zelensky says more than 300 people were killed and tortured before Russian forces were driven out. Video from the Kyiv suburb shows bodies of dead civilians lining the streets, some with their hands tied and shot from close range. The U.S. and other countries are now seeking to suspend Russia from the UN Human Rights Council. 2/3 of the 193 members would need to vote in favor.
The images out of Bucha and devastation across Ukraine require us now to match our words with action.
President Biden says he is planning new sanctions against Russia. Meantime, Russian officials claim the scenes in Bucha were staged as an anti-Russian provocation.
It is 6:38 now. Let's take a live look outside. A dry start to the day. Some parts could be foggy, though. Coming up, Chris tracking severe weather in the deep south and how it might threaten the trends up north.
And tax day coming up. How many days left you have left to finish them?
Plus, we're live in the 608 at Breeze-Stevens Field as Forward Madison is back this week. We've got all the details coming up.
At Pick and Save, we believe fresh is all about standards. Like for oranges, we check for color and scarring and more. Because when it comes to fresh for everyone, we believe the juice is worth the squeeze. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Everyone deserves stylish and quality furniture. So I'm calling all Bobs to help get the word out. Like this Bob, me. Bob's has the everyday values you deserve. Like my complete Tremont bedroom set, my Blake dining set, and my Bobapedic Prize Queen mattress.
At Papa Murphy's, we believe Tuesdays should be taken seriously. That's why we need Seriously. We chop seriously and shred seriously. And it's why every Tuesday, you can get a large made-to-order pizza for just $10. Seriously. Because we're serious about Tuesdays. Even if you're not. Every Tuesday, get a large pizza for just $10. Papa Murphy's. Change the way you pizza.
The Madison Lighting Spring Sale starts soon, but you can pre-shop now. Take 15% off everyday low prices, every brand, every ceiling fan and home accent. Pre-shop the spring sale at Madison Lighting Showroom, Watts Road, Madison.
In a world divided by tiny screens, you deserve to be entertained. You deserve a night together with maximum action and endless adventure. You deserve amazing food and actual in-person shopping where you can try something on and not have to mail it back. The answer is simple. The Midwest Horse Fair in Madison, Wisconsin, April 22nd through 24th. Be there.
What if Sun-Made raisins were just the beginning? A naturally sweet start to a world of imaginative snacks. All from Sun-Made, and all made with whole fruit. Imagine that!
Feast your eyes on one of my best-selling dining sets. Rustic style meets incredible value in my 7-piece Montana dining set. Available in dining height or counter height. Thanks to Bob's discount, it's only $9.99 either way. Shop what's in stock, in-store, or at mybobs.com.
At Pick and Save, every free pickup order is picked fresh and packed with care, or we'll make it right. We're fresh every day, so shop anyway. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
When severe weather strikes, are you prepared? All this week, the First Warn Weather Team, we show you how to prepare for severe storms and tornadoes. Watch First Warn Weather for Severe Weather Awareness Week. Are you prepared?
All this week at 6, only on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now is taking action to keep you on top of the latest breaking news.
Taking action whenever news breaks with a team committed to following developing stories so you'll know all the facts.
Taking action for South Central Wisconsin. News 3 Now.
You're watching Madison's fastest growing newscast. News 3 Now this morning.
Forward Madison FC back this week in the 608. We got everything you need to know about the 2022 season.
Sure do. Josh Breider's live at Breeze-Stevens Field trying his hand at some soccer. Josh, how's it going?
Hey guys, going great here. We're excited to be back out here at Breeze-Stevens as Forward Madison is back in action this week. That home opener coming up real quickly here. This morning we're lucky enough to have the COO and also part owner of Forward Madison, Connor Cloya, with us. Connor, thanks for being here with us.
It's great to be here. Appreciate you being here.
So you guys are super excited. Forward Madison is back in action this week.
Yeah, it's a big week. I know it's early April. It's earlier than we've ever started at home, but we've got our home opener Saturday night against Union Omaha and back at Breeze-Stevens Field. So we're really excited to get people back in here, excited to get soccer back in Madison.
So big season. We were speaking with your new head coach, Matt Glazer. You know, what are you most excited about looking at 2022?
Well, we've got a lot of changes, both off the field with a lot of stadium renovations here. We're building a new forward club, a new indoor climate-controlled space. We've renovated our Millipore Sigma rooftop, our new Bud Light beer garden, and then several, changes to our flock end from a food and beverage standpoint. But then on the field, we're excited about our new head coach, Matt Glazer, and a great new roster. A lot of optimism and enthusiasm as we start the 2022 season.
You know, the team's still pretty new here, a few years in. You know, how have things really been shaping up, and how has that community support been really crucial for you guys?
Yeah, the community's been amazing. Our supporters, our fans, the game day atmosphere is amazing. We've only really had one real year here, though. We had 2019, we opened, it was great. The last 2 years have been challenged by the pandemic. We couldn't play here in 2020. In 2021, it was a shortened season because of the pandemic. So we're kind of back to as close to normal as I think we've been. And we're really excited to have a clean start, a fresh season here for 2022 and back to full capacity and a normal environment.
So starting this week, why should people come check out the flock?
Well, if you haven't seen a Forward Madison game, it's an experience that's unique to Madison. We've got an amazing supporter section that's cheering all game long, and we have really great professional soccer. We're the only professional soccer team in the state of Wisconsin, so great high talent on the field, and great food and beverage, and just a fun way, to spend an evening or an afternoon with your family.
Yeah, and there's a lot of exciting changes happening here at the field, too, which is really exciting for that fan base, too.
A lot of new things that you didn't see last year or in past years, so a lot of new reasons to come out and see something new at the stadium.
All right, very good. So home opener this weekend?
Yeah, Saturday night, 7 o'clock against Union Omaha. ForwardMadisonFC.com for your tickets, and we hope to see you Saturday night.
All right, Connor, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Guys, we'll send it back to you in the studio. I've got all those details up on channel3000.com. Back to you.
Hey, can we see one more kick by the famous Josh Breider? The newest member of the team.
I knew it. I told them. I said, I'm going to grab that soccer ball because they're going to want one more kick. I called it. All right, we're going to do a penalty kick again. One more. Now that I'm all warmed up, this should be pretty easy. Let's see here. Here we go.
All right.
There it is. Just for you, Leah and Chris. I think that was my best kick of the day, too. We're saving the best for last.
Good. That was pretty impressive.
You did. Josh Breider.
An athlete.
A gentleman and a scholar. Thanks, Josh. Remember to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. Reach out on social media or email him at in the608@WISC-TV.com.
A true competitor. My goodness. Okay, there are 2 weeks until tax day, and experts are encouraging everybody to get them done as soon as possible. You're not alone if you haven't done your taxes yet. 80 million people still have to file. They need to be filed and paid for, by the way, by midnight on April 18th. That's a Monday. If you're expecting a refund, you can file for an extension, but you may not want to wait that long.
Extension really just gives you a little bit more time, 6 months in fact, to file your paperwork, but it does not push off the deadline for paying your taxes. That is in fact still due, and so no benefit there. And if you do a refund like 3 out of 4 people are, filing an extension just means longer to get your money.
Now, if you don't file on time, there is a penalty, though the IRS does offer payment plans for those who owe and can't afford that full payment right away.
All right, here's Chris Reese and your certified most accurate forecast. Hey, Chris.
Hey, we're tracking storms across the south this morning with reason as we start to tie things into Wisconsin. But I want to show you what's going on. A tornado watch over parts of Mississippi and Louisiana this morning. Meanwhile, some showers and thunderstorms throughout parts of Alabama. All of these have the chance to be severe, especially later on this afternoon when the best chance for severe weather exists. We have a level 3 out of 5, an enhanced risk for these areas that you see in this brown shading here. That goes from Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, North Florida, and into parts of South Carolina. You zoom things out. The rest of the country generally quiet. You could see some stronger thunderstorms around St. Louis or so. Here's why I show you this, though. We've seen multiple severe weather outbreaks over the past couple of weeks. Most of them have been in this red shading down south. In the month of April, this is where your severe weather potential is at its greatest. By May, we start to gradually see things trend to the north. By June, here in Wisconsin, this is when we are most likely to see severe weather. In fact, if you break down tornadoes by month, which severe weather is more than just tornadoes, but looking at tornadoes by month, they peak in June, which is when we're most likely to see severe weather. As we go through the rest of this week, we are bringing you pieces all week long, especially on News 3 now at 6. Some of those pieces airing here on the morning show to help you get prepared for severe weather season. It is April now, but May and June are not far away, my friends.
All right, Chris Reese sounding the alarm. We appreciate it. Thank you. 6:48 now. Attain is now part of an exclusive group of high school students. Eleanor Hannon got a perfect score on the ACT.
I actually didn't do a ton of prep for this last time because I thought it would be nice to sort of gauge where I was after almost 2 years of not taking the test. And then I ended up not ever having to take it again, which was a nice plus.
Pretty impressive, young lady. Getting a 36 on the test is extremely rare. In 2021, nearly 1.3 million high schoolers across the country took the exam. Just over 4,000 got a perfect score. That's about 0.3%.
And she barely prepared.
My goodness, a bright future ahead for her.
Yeah, very bright.
6:49 now. Coming up in the morning sprint, a change happening at the Dane County Sheriff's Department. The fun's making it happen.
First, we want to say happy birthday to
Avery. This is my friend Corey's young daughter.
And Janelle, Tatum. They're all turning 3 today. Thanks for celebrating with us. We'll be right back.
Have a great day. Oh, butts in the background.
Look Who's 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Your John Deere is here. Get yours during deer season. Right now, get your new X700 series with 1.49% for 48 months. Get a John Deere now and
power up with Sloan's.
How will you mow? Find out today at Sloan's.
Every year, we give our fine Lindt chocolate a very special shape. And when you find the gold bunny, something very special may happen. Something very special may happen.
Surprise! Grandma?
Make Easter moments magical with the Gold Bunny from Lindt.
It is said that the eyes are the windows into the soul, which begs the question, can a window have a soul? At Renewal by Andersen, we think so. When it's a window forged from Fibrex and over 100 years of refined craftsmanship, the essence of who we are transforms into a superior, stunningly beautiful window. So yes, a window can have a soul. For a limited time, take advantage of this great offer. Find out why we are the better way to a better window. Renewal by Andersen.
Here's why it's smart to custom order your Ford SUV. Because custom orders receive priority. You'll get an extra 1,000 order bonus plus incentive protection, guaranteeing you the best offer now or at delivery. And the features you choose. Want an EPA estimated 41 combined MPG in an Escape Hybrid? A 12-inch touchscreen in an Edge? You got it. In a Ford built your way. Custom order your new Ford SUV or truck today and receive an extra 1,000 retail order bonus cash.
How do you use your energy? Giving back to your community? Fueling your drive to deliver hope for neighbors in need? At Alliant Energy, we're creating more clean, renewable energy every single day to power what matters to you. Because even during the most powerful moments in our lives, we're not thinking about power. We're thinking about a brighter future. Alliant Energy, powering beyond.
There are so many things we take for granted, and along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for granted too. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living? And through no fault of their own, they're being left behind. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy, water, and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Your John Deere is here. Get yours during deer season. Right now, get your new Z700 series with 0% for 48 months. Get a John Deere now and
Power up with Sloan's.
how will you mow? Find out today at Sloan's.
Here for you in a heartbeat. SSM Health, Heart and Vascular Care.
6:52, time for the morning sprint.
We start with spring election day in Wisconsin. There are school board votes happening in Madison, Verona, Sun Prairie, and Dodgeville, among others. There are referenda happening for schools and towns across southern Wisconsin as well. To learn how, where, and when you can vote today, head on over to channel3000.com.
Perhaps the biggest election in the state is in Milwaukee for a mayoral election. It's taking place to replace Tom Barrett. Acting Mayor Cavalier Johnson, backed by Democrats, is facing off against Republican Alder Bob Donovan. Democrats and Republicans using this as a dry run, per se, for Wisconsin's fall elections for governor and U.S. Senate.
John Chenoweth is the new interim chancellor for UW-Whitewater. Yesterday, the previous interim chancellor, Jim Henderson, resigned. In a statement, he said he doesn't feel he can make progress on hiring a permanent chancellor. Tommy Thompson had appointed Henderson in July after former chancellor Dwight Watson stepped down following a cancer diagnosis.
The Dane County Sheriff's Office will soon be adding a new canine to the department. A donation from a private citizen along with former Sheriff Dave Mahoney, allowing the department to fund a new canine and pay for training. The sheriff says the unit's not fully funded by tax dollars, so donations are key to maintaining a fully working canine department.
Madison police arresting 6 teenagers after crashing a stolen car on the Beltline this weekend. The car was reported stolen Saturday morning from Shadow Ridge Trail on the city's far west side. Several hours later, it crashed on the Beltline on-ramp by Gammon Road. 3 teenagers were taken to the Juvenile Reception Center. 3 others were released to an adult.
Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky will address the UN Security Council for the first time today. His remarks come amid evidence of civilian deaths in northern Ukrainian towns seized back from Russian forces. President Biden has called for a war crimes trial now against Russian President Vladimir Putin.
Medicare now covering the cost of at-home COVID tests for its enrollees. The move comes more than 2 months after the Biden administration started requiring private insurers to cover the tests. Now Medicare will pay pharmacies directly for up to 8 tests a month for qualified enrollees at no out-of-pocket cost.
The Kansas Jayhawks are national champions. Look at the celebrations in Lawrence last night. Jayhawks got off to a hot start last night, but found themselves down by 15 at half. A quick comeback turned into a back and forth for the rest of the game. Mistakes pretty costly for UNC at the end. Kansas goes on to win it 72-69.
Hertz is adding more electric vehicles to its rental fleet. They have a new deal this morning to buy up to 65,000 cars from Swedish electric car maker Polestar. It follows Hertz's order last year for 100,000 new Teslas. The vehicles have an estimated range of 270 miles on a single charge. Polestar vehicles will be available to Hertz customers in North America starting later this year. And crews in Maryland are working on a new plan to refloat a stranded container ship. The Ever Forward has been stuck in the Chesapeake Bay since mid-March. The plan is to remove the shipping containers using 2 crane barges, but they still need to install those cranes. In the meantime, dredging around the ship will continue.
Radar clear for us this morning, but we are still going to see cloud cover on the increase as we go throughout today. This right here is the Beltline at I-3990, and things continue to look smooth out there on our roadways. I'm going to give you the green light all day long. There is a possibility of a sprinkle or a light shower, though, by the time we get you towards the evening commute. Something to be mindful of. Otherwise, temperatures are in the 30s now. We're going to warm up towards the 50s later on this afternoon. Plan your day looking for those highs into the low 50s, guys. It's going to feel good. But yes, we could see a couple raindrops. More raindrops arrive overnight.
And we do have a warm-up coming later in the forecast.
Yes, we do. 60s next week.
Everybody looking forward to it. Have a great Tuesday, everybody. See you back here tomorrow.